And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Day. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do every day except for Saturday and Sunday. So I guess Monday through Friday. I should just easily say it that way, right? Monday through Friday. What's going on, folks? How are you all doing? I had an amazing weekend. I put my banners up. I just forgot last week I took this little banner off, and there we go. Welcome to Touch Base Daily, guys. And yeah, so I had a wonderful weekend. I was telling Chris this morning, we had our powwow. I said I was able to get in on Saturday 15, 15, 15,000 steps. I can't believe it. I could not believe it. What's going on? Good morning, G. G is in the building. Looks like we're having troubles with Instagram. Okay, that's okay. No problem. I'm used to Instagram having problems, so I ain't thinking about Instagram any longer. What's going on, Omar Ramos? How are you doing, sir? Gary Jackson is in the building. How are you all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yes, we are here. We are here. So Saturday was an interesting kind of day because Saturday I ended up kind of like just relaxing. I was supposed to start off the day going for my walk, my 4 mile walk. My 4 mile walk ended up being a 7 mile day walk. It was crazy. And that was because I ended up talking to some of the people in this community. Start walking around Clinton Hill, which is where I live in Brooklyn, and start sharing about the history behind the mansions that are here and the neighborhood and the culture and the people and the signage and the buildings and the architecture. And then ended up at the farmers market at Fort Greene Park, which is not only just a farmers market, but it's also a vendors market. So it's a vendors and farmers market at Fort Greene Park every Saturday. And it was a great day to be out and about. The weather was perfect here in New York. Perfect. I don't know about you, but it was perfect here. And I don't usually have a day that I'm just walking around, just kind of like no agenda. I mean, well, my agenda was to just hang out, do my walk, and then walk back home and then start my day. Anyway, the day just kept going. And thank you guys for tuning in on Saturday as I walked around and gave you guys a historical tour of Brooklyn, of Clinton Hill, Fort Greene, and that was wonderful. What's going on? I see Chrissy's in the building. Chrissy is in the building. Lisa is in the building. Happy Monday, everyone. It is Motivation Monday. And I see Mr. Bryson is in the building. What's up, Ron? What's up, RP? And what's up, CQ fam? You got to say it all. You got to say it all. Yeah, so it was really great. What did you guys do this Saturday? Anything special this Saturday? Well, this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. What did you guys do? On Sunday, I ended up getting up, made a little breakfast, and then got my little table together and walked out and got in front near the coffee shop, put my little table out, my photography. Didn't sell anything on Saturday on Sunday, but I met a lot of neighbors and about 7 neighbors or people that live neighbors. They took my business card and wanted to reach out to me in the future, and some of them even joined the Touch Base Daily on YouTube because I mentioned that I have a Touch Base Daily. They're on Next Door, and if you guys want to check me out. I always hand out tips and Motivation Mondays and all that stuff, and a great response from my neighbors. So it was really good just being with neighbors, meeting them for the first time, some of them. And one woman, she lived in my building for the one building over from me for 40 years. And I said, I lived in my building almost 30 years and we're just meeting. Isn't that amazing? Just meeting people, and you live in a community for 30, 40, 25 10, 15 years, we got to do better in knowing our neighbors. What's going on, Jazzy? Jazzy is in the building, says, good morning, everyone. I saw Empowero pop in. I saw Empower. She says, Grand Rising, Phenomenal Women's Awards. Oh, what was that? Tell me about that, Amparo. That's where you were? That's where you were? Did you photograph it, or were you attending, or did you get an award? Okay. She said she photographed event at Queens Museum. There it is. There it is. So she was working also, working. And Bryson says, Saturday, I watched the NAACP Image Awards on Saturday night. How was it? Did anyone watch the awards on that? Did anyone watch? Did anyone watch the awards? I did not watch the awards. I forgot. Well, I was so exhausted. Saturday, when I got in from my walk, 15,000 step walk, which is 7 miles, when I got in, I was so exhausted. I got on the sofa. I could not move. And then I finally made an Epsom salt bath and got into it. And it was over. It was over for the night. It was no watching anything. Um, he said it takes about 30 minutes to get all our greetings in. Do you know that's the truth? The first half of our community meeting connection here is usually 30 minutes of just connecting, seeing how each other's doing, what's going on. Then we go into the subject. That's how much it really is. Yeah. Like usually, yeah, 30 minutes of connecting with folks. Omar, you must be timing this. Now you know. Yes, normal. We talk, Ron. Ron, like, bye. I'm tired. Yes, Lisa and I talked briefly on the phone, and because we have a rule, well, it's Gwendolyn and my rule, and also Lisa's rule. It's really my rule with anyone. If I'm usually going to text you more than 2 or 3 times, and I find out I'm consistently texting you 2 to 3 times longer than I would like to, then I'm going to call you. I'm just going to call you. Gwendolyn gets calls all the time. I'm like, oh, there's no way we can get conversations in 2 texts. There's no way. Some people you can just text and say, hey, how you doing? Hello, how are you? Goodbye. That's it. But your true friends, your real friends, we got a lot to say. And Lisa was on the phone. She was like, I think it's time to talk on the phone. So, I love it. I love it when we talk on the phone. I love talking on the phone. Phone is much better than texting. Hello. I am Miss Reese is in the building. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dr. Tachi's in the building. Good morning, all, she says. And who else is in here? Gary said he watched the tournaments, talked shop with my brother, and stayed hidden from the world. Was it that kind of day? I heard the southern states got a lot of storms. Some of you guys got tornadoes and big thunderstorms and hailstorms, and some places in Texas. And yeah, I heard the Southern Belt got a lot of storms this weekend. Brian Young is in the building. He says, hello, family. What's going, y'all? Everyone's up. Everyone's out. Yes, our Instagram is down. Instagram is down. Maybe I should just get rid of Instagram. Let's just discard the video. I'm just gonna click away and maybe just try to add them on. Let me see if I can add them on here. I don't know why I keep trying to add Instagram onto anything, because it is always it's a troubled child. It's the troubled child. Okay, let's try it again. We'll try it again. And but they'll be coming in late. Oh, what's that? What's going on here? Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let me see. I know, Gwendolyn, don't say it. Gwendolyn, don't say it. Don't say it, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn has a lot of good things to say about Instagram. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Only good stuff. Okay, let's see if they come. Let's see if they're on. They may be joining us. Who knows? Jack, okay, I say leave IG, leave IG alone, Ron. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Hey, my son is in the building. Hey, Adrian. Mr. Adrian Flores is in the building. Okay. So, looks like looks like, yeah, it's possible that they could be popping on. Let's see. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'll just put it on and then leave it. That's how I do it. Yeah, Instagram is anyway. Did y'all guys hear I know y'all, some people don't like to hear about Trump, but some of us do. And some of us like to just forward what's going on in the cult. So this weekend, the media is going crazy. All what was it from Saturday with his speech? He said it's going to be a bloodbath if I don't win. Now the discrepancy, the talk is, was he talking about in general, or was he talking about the automobile? Anyway, did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? It's going to be a bloodbath if I don't win. And which we all know is Trump's way of coding. That's his code. Code, code, code. Okay. Let me get Gary's hand, Brian's hand off of here. Okay. Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building? I know. I know. Miss Reese, I just, someone said this weekend. Oh, it was one of the commentators. He said his wife woke up and said to him, she said, I am longing for the day that we do not have a day where there's a Trump name mentioned. But we have to mention it because we have to make people aware of what's going on. These folks are crazy. And and Adrian said it was taken out of context, but I still can't stand him. I think so too. It did sound like he was talking about the automobile industry, but because he says such, I mean, he's always talking about carnage and all kinds of craziness. That it's just, you just want to wake up and just say he's be gone. Like we've been placed into this alternate universe, and Trump is in it, and we all have to live in it with him. Ugh. Empire says Trump now motivation. It is Motivation Monday, so we're gonna do some motivation. We're gonna get that in here. Let's put that banner up there, right? It is Motivation Monday. I should have that banner up there so you guys know where we are today. It is motivation. And Trump is not motivation, right? That is not motivation. Here's something that's another question. Question that's been in the media. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And this is based on the Reagan's slogan back in the day when he was running for office. And so, yeah. Oh, you guys are probably not hearing me clearly because I don't have the mic close to me. But now there I am, closer. So, are you better than you off 4 years later than you were 4 years ago? And the answer is definitely we're all doing better. Because what was happening 4 years ago? 4 years ago, we were on lockdown. We were in the first week of lockdown. And if you lived in New York City, or if you lived in Brooklyn, or if you lived in Elmhurst, Queens, if you lived in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, if you lived in Harlem, all you heard for 24 hours was sirens. Sirens. Because people were dying 4 years ago this week of a pandemic we knew nothing about. Yeah. So I think we are doing better than we were 4 years ago. So if someone tells you if someone calls you up on the phone like they did Brian, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Hell yeah. We are better off. We are better off than we were 4 years ago. Okay, what says you? Omar said, I think he meant that he said and realized he needed Oh, oh, about the auto workers. I think he meant that he said. I think he meant what he said and realized he needed to add auto workers. That's what I'm. That's because in his, like someone said, his mushy brain is that he at one point he knew he was talking to the auto workers, but then you could tell he mentally did not. He wasn't aware for a moment that he was talking to the auto workers. And that's why when he said bloodbath in this country, he didn't say bloodbath in the auto industry. Just saying. Um, I need a lockdown without the death and disease. Lisa, how often do I say that? Now, people can say what they want about COVID. People have all the negative stuff about COVID. But 4 years ago, our city, New York City, which is the busiest place on earth, one of them. I mean, Tokyo is quite busy as well. Tokyo, Lagos, Nigeria. There are a bunch of busy places around the world that never sleep. Places where the city never sleeps. But New York City was held to a stop. We were on stop, and we were all locked in 4 years ago, wondering who was sick and who wasn't, worried about going outside, worried about talking to people, worried about having mask on and not having mask on and being out in the public and being in the air. That's where we were 4 years ago. Yeah. Uh, I just think I do miss the quiet. It was during COVID was the first time I heard all of the birds in my neighborhood. Now, early in the morning, you can hear some of the birds, but literally during COVID, you could hear the birds all day long. Yeah, that was one of the beauties of COVID is that wildlife, wildlife control, took its claim back of the city, and the trees were greener in that year. No pollution. Lisa said it was so. Here, Lisa says it was so peaceful for me. I do realize though that it had a negative effect on a lot of people, but I loved it. I know, I loved it too. Um, because we're a little antisocial. As much as I am, I think I tell people all the time, I said, I am two personalities. I am an extrovert and an introvert. There are moments I do not want to be around people, and there are days I love being around people. I love being around. I love connecting with folks. Yeah. The air was better too. Yeah, there you go. Kim says the air was better too. How do you remember 4 years ago? 4 years ago, what were you doing on the 17th? Is today the 17th? Oh, today's the 18th. Duh. On the 18th of the 18th, 4 years ago. Ambiverts. I never is that a true word? An ambiverts? I did not know there was a word for us. I didn't know there was a word for us. Ambiverts. Oh, I did not know. What's going on, Anthony? Anthony's in the building. Lisa says there was no smog in India. That's right. For the first time, people in India could see, well, the people that were in the cities, like Bangladesh, could see the Himalayas. They could see the Himalayas, the tallest mountains in the world, the range, the Himalayan mountains. They could see for the first time. I didn't see. Dr. Tachi's one too. She says, I am an ambivert. I did not know it was a word. An ambivert. I just learned something. This community educates us. We all get educated here. Omar says, I think all of us are doing better in general because it's past COVID. Economically, we are doing better, but it's costing more to live. We are paying back the trillions of dollars of debt. Ooh, Omar, Omar, Omar. Not only are we doing that, but also because inflation was a real thing, because inflation was real because you had all of the merchandise, all of the cargo, all of the stuff that all the goods were all in containers on the ocean and could not get into the ports and get out to the people. So it created high demand, right? We know the supply and demand. We know the laws of supply and demand. When there's a high demand and little supply, what happens to prices? Prices go up. When there's a large supply and demand slows, prices come down. Basic economics, economics 101. Okay, just had your economics 101 class today. The law of supply and demand. And so during COVID, we had bottleneck. You couldn't get the supply, so prices went up. But guess what? There's no bottleneck now. There's people can get products, but people keep the prices up. So it's a what we call it in self-inflicted inflation. Self-inflicted because people raised the prices when they really didn't have to. They raised the prices because they could. And so now we're all suffering for it. Ooh, economics. I love economics. I did very good in school, economics. Let's see here. What else are you guys saying? Okay, what else are you guys saying? I love Dr. Tyson. I love people and I don't want to be bothered with people. Dr. Tachi's in my head, right? Whew. I just had an incident this morning in regards to that. I won't go into it. No, I am going to. I went to Walgreens today, and I was going to pick up my mother's medication, and I got so frustrated because there was just one woman, one person at the counter at the register, and it was taking forever for that woman to get her medication. And I said, every time I come to Walgreens, I can't just walk in and walk out. It's just impossible. And then I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave that. I'll come back and get my mother's medication later, and I will go and get something else, some of the other things I need. And I said, I'll go to the register in the front and get some of the goods I need. Same thing. One customer, one register. And it took that one customer like 10 minutes. And I was like, I just got frustrated. I say, I love people, but I don't like them. I don't like them. When they are, I was like, and then she had the nerve to say, while we were waiting at the register, she said, I don't want to hold anyone up. Well, lady, you already messed that up. You you held us all up. One person, one register, 10 minutes. Anyway, that's why I love Amazon. That's why I'm calling. Well, the only thing I have obviously I have to go get my mother's medication still, but other products I just order on Amazon. Ah, Walgreens has your picture on the wall in the back so they can make your life miserable when you come in. It's horrible. It is. Lisa says, I use CVS. They are a little better. A little better. Uh, Dr. Tashi says, me Reese says, Miss Reese says, Dr. Tashi, you are my true birthday twin. It's an Aquarius thing. We love people, but we don't want to be bothered. I know. Okay. What time is it? I got see, like Omar said, the first 30 minutes is all about connecting. But did anyone do anything special this weekend? Like something really special? Did you do anything special? Anyway, Shirley, hey, Charlene is in the building. I didn't see you walk in. When did Charlene walk into the building? Hey, Shirley. She says, I was working in, oh, yes, right. Charlene says, I was working in the ER during the chaos of COVID. I will never forget 2020 to 2021. All I saw was death and sorrow for months. Woo! Hats off, handshakes, hugs to everyone that was in the medical profession during that time. Woo! That was crazy. I think I want to start. I think this week in remembrance of that period, I think I will share some photos from that period of me roaming around the streets of New York during that time, photographing all the empty places. I can't believe I just learned a new word today. Well, I learn a new word every other day, but this was a new one. Ambiverts. Ambiverts. I'm definitely, I'm definitely, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so today, let's go into it. Oh, wait, did I forget something here? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yes, I did have a Chrissy says to Amparo. Ron said he had a table outside this weekend and told people that he's on YouTube. I suggested that he have a small sign that lists all of his social media sites. I do, but the only ones that when they can make payments. But I am going to. That's a good idea, Chrissy. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that advice. At my table, I should have all. But most of the time, also, if they scan, like you see here, this QR code that's on the top here. If they scan the QR code, it will take you to all of my social media. So yeah, the QR code takes you to everything me. March 18, 2020, sitting at an HR desk, miserable, says Amparo. That's right, Amparo, you were back at corporate America back then. And now you're a photographer, photographing famous people, people in the community. Yes, Amparo. See, yep, she says that too. Okay, now I'm curious, and then we're gonna go to the close out with Motivation Monday. I'm curious, how many people in the room are ambiverts? How many people in this community are ambiverts? I just want to note. I see there's a lot of you in here besides myself, Lisa. Gwendolyn, are you an ambivert? I think you are too. I think, as Adrian says, Auntie Gwendolyn. Auntie Gwendolyn, are you a ambivert? I am an ambivert. It's a good term. Now I know what to call myself. Okay. Okay, let's get to I think I'm going to change it a little bit. Let's see here. What do I have so today, I did have here on the announcement for today, embrace the truth. And so I'll stick with that. Embrace the truth theme for today. I want to encourage everyone to embrace the truth. And I don't have a quote for you. I did have a quote, but I have another quote for photography here. But embrace the truth. And in the world we're living in the place that we are at, in I can't even say I can't even say it's an American phenomena right now, because it's a global phenomena, is that people are not accepting the truth. Isn't it interesting that it is more acceptable of people to believe a conspiracy than the truth, even when the truth is in front of them, right? When the truth is in front of them, they don't embrace it. They believe the conspiracy. What is it about human beings that we're more prone to believe the conspiracy? We love conspiracies, but we are more prone to embrace the conspiracy theory versus the truth that's right in front of us. There's some things that are just true. True. I used to say, oh, when I was growing up, I always felt like if you were honest, or that the truth would always be evident, that the truth would be always embraced, that the truth would be the thing that we all love. Remember the movie, what was it? A Few Good Men? And he says, you can't handle the truth. And that seems to be the theme of politics in America. I know in America, is that the truth is always like a little bent, scurried to the side, sugar coated, like slavery. Slavery, oh, slavery was good for everybody. Oh, the slaves learned new trade. The truth, the truth, the truth. Slavery was not good for anyone but the enslavers. Omar says the American people can't handle the truth. It's like, I've been looking at the commentators all week. I'm a nerd, so that's what I do on weekends. On Sundays, it's Political Sunday. I look at all the political shows. I look at George Stephanopoulos. I look at Today Show. I look at Meet the Press. I look at CNN, Good Morning. I look at MSNBC, The Morning Show. I look at all of these things on Sunday. I'm just a geek that way. And it is amazing. Like, we saw a riot, a takeover of Congress, the halls of Congress. And people saw it on TV. People saw it in horror January 6th. Most of us were like, what is going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And then you have people today that are like, it was nothing happening there. It was just a tour. People were just on tour. Can we all agree to embrace the truth? I know in this community we embrace the truth. I know in this community we are all about the truth. But I am shocked. I never in my wildest dreams thought in my older years, you want to say, that I would see a country that almost half of the folks in the country are oblivious to the truth, or know the truth but don't embrace the truth, that rather believe in the lie that's before them. It's the strangest thing. Some friends of us, some church buddies of mine, got together on Saturday. One we call our big brother and my younger brother, who were hanging out, and we were mentioning about some of our church friends that we had to cut off of social media because of their stance for, obviously, the orange guy. And the embrace of it, the embrace of the lies, and they were in the choir, they were like really major folks inside this our congregation that we all grew up with. And these were people of faith. I don't want to say we thought. And how many people believe and embrace the lie of this guy? It's just, I don't understand it. So if there's anything I can do today, I just felt like we always have to remind ourselves to embrace the truth. The truth, saying the truth will set you free. Um, yeah, Omar said, it really hurt my heart to see them be deceived. Yeah, Omar knows who I'm talking. Omar knows a couple of the people I'm talking about. 'Cause we all grew up together in church. And you can't believe that folks that believed in the truth are so deceived in this whole cult of mega. It's it is mind-boggling that the truth is right in front and they keep denying it. Because he said some people want something to be true so badly they welcome a lie as the truth. Uh, yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's if there's anything I wanted to say today, Motivation Monday. I did have a quote. I just didn't put it in the banner. And man, we have to somehow stay with the truth. Even when it looks like it's easy to buy the lie, because some people, it is easier and more convenient to embrace the lie. But we can't. We cannot do it. We cannot do it. We must be of truth. And what says you? Are you guys going? I mean, have you guys noticed? I mean, well, obviously you're in America, so you know. I mean, like I said, it's not just an American thing. You think about yesterday, this weekend, they had the elections in Russia, and they interviewed people in Russia. Putin won by 83% of the vote. 83% of the vote went to Putin. I mean, his opponents are either dead or in jail or been silenced in some way. Also, Putin is celebrating, I think, his 5th year in power. It will be his 5th year, or maybe he just finished his 5th year and going into his 6th year, which is a record since the breakup of the Soviet Union. But they interview people, and again, they embrace the lie. It's just insane. So it's not just an American thing. It happens around the globe, like Hungary right now. That remember we talked about Hungary lost their democracy. People that believe, or you look at Venezuela. It's not just an American thing. Democracy is there's an assault on democracy around the globe. It's not just America. So, but we have to stand firm and embrace the truth. And that's all I have to say about on this Motivation Monday. I don't really have anything else to say unless you have something else to say to share with on this subject. Um, yeah. That also, yep. Here, Lisa says this happens in real everyday life, not only politically. It's like the marriage that's bad, but yet they still say the marriage is good, or that the person is sick, but they don't say they refuse to believe that they're sick. Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's so many levels of it. And Paro says, if you never search for truth, come with us, and you will become a seeker. If you were never a musician, come with us, and you will find your voice. Wow. Um, Brian says, I set it up above and I'll repeat it. Maybe it's preservation emotionally. If truth is too painful, they make up false narratives that feel better, regardless if it's false by thought. My thoughts. It's very true. Very true. Very true. I had a friend that used to lie just to be lying. Or I had an acquaintance, not a friend. I don't know, but a person that I knew. That anytime we were in a conversation, and I don't care who you mentioned. Oh, I know that person. Yeah, we met in such and such back in the day. Yeah, I knew that guy. Yeah, I knew that person. I knew that girl. I knew that lady. I knew that model. I knew that person. I knew that. I knew. And you're like, wow, you know everybody in the world. How did you know all these people? You know, but again, now we know I mean, the other friends in this circle were like, we know this person don't know all these people. But we always like, why does a person feel the need to lie to do that to fit in? It's crazy, crazy. Um, Trish says, them liars, a different breed. Yeah, there's some people that just embrace lying. They just, I mean, think, and not again, I don't want to go into the orange man. Obviously, he's the great example of this, that you can blatantly lie over and over and over and over again. But you know, they all saying too, for those that are into that arena, if you repeat it enough, people believe it. Anji says there's a book still on my to read list. 935 lies. Wow. The Future of Truth and the Decline of America's Moral Integrity by Charles Lewis. Ooh, I think that sounds like a book I need to. Oh, hold on a second. Got to screenshot it. Well, I got it here. I can just, I'll get it. I'm going to put a star on that. Gee, we're going to have to read that book together. I think that's going to be a good book. Lisa says, it's crazy how people will believe, oh, the truth. Wonder why people won't seek the truth or even see the truth for that matter. Is it they want to, sorry, is it they want to pour in? I know that's probably a typo somewhere in there. But yeah, people embrace, you know, it's just the insanity of it all. Amparo says, plant the seed of truth and watch it grow. When it spreads its branches, come with us and sit under the come with us and come with us and sit under the blossoms. Your eyes will open to the secret of the truth. What is that? Amparo, who said this? Is this a quote? Is this your quote or this a? I love this quote. I love this quote. I can't just like scan it and just put it on. Yeah, that's a good quote. Plant the seed of truth and watch it grow. When it spreads its branches, come with us and sit under the blossoms. Your eyes will open to the secret of the truth. Amparo. I love that one. Oh, I love that. I love that quote. Gotta put that one in my quote notes. I collect quotes, y'all. Another things I do. Well, another nerdy thing I do. Trish says, be a cupcake, be a cupcake in a room full of muffins. Oh my gosh, that was good. Okay. Brian says, this is Gwen, how many pages? Any pictures in that book? I went to art school. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Sorry. They won't. Okay. Good job. Good job. The orange man is in the mascot of a greater problem. Yeah. The orange man is the mascot of a greater problem. Yeah. It's not Trump, the orange man, that has caused all these people, led these people down this way. Always remember the person that is elected is a representation of the people that elected that person. A person of bad moral standing cannot support someone of good morals. I mean, well, let me go back. A person of good moral standing cannot support a person of bad moral standing. It's almost impossible. It will eat them alive. Good people can't follow bad people. But good people could do nothing while bad people do bad things. Ooh. Ooh. Chrissy says she has a quote journeys. Chrissy, you and I are brother and sister. It's you, Lisa, myself, and Gwendolyn. We're like the quads here. Yeah, Chrissy, I have I collect quotes. I collect them. I have a whole thing of quotes. I love quotes. I love because they encourage you. They motivate you. Lisa says, "Birds of a feather." Well, you know the rest. They flock together. Hey, Elise. Elise is in the building. What's going on, Elise? Okay, it's time to let you guys go. It's 12:03. I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. Guys, thank you so much. Again, this Thursday we have our meetup. Our Patreon community. If you're not a member of the Patreon, you can join the Patreon community. We are having a class on ISO or ISO in photography. We're going to be talking that this Thursday at 8:30 Eastern time. So I will send out the link for our our Zoom class. Our class will be on Zoom. And I did read I could do a class on StreamYard. Maybe we'll try to do something on StreamYard. Because do you know in StreamYard, we can put multiple people on the screen at the same time and have great conversations. I think this Thursday, we might try StreamYard to do our class. I can easily do presentation right from the computer. I think we're going for it. What says the Patreon folks in this community? All you Patreon folks that are going to be in class this week. I think we will use StreamYard. G says also she has a Pinterest board full of quotes. Okay, so this Thursday is going to be our Patreon community. I'll put that up there so those that don't know what that is. Patreon community is how people support me as an artist. You can support me as an artist, just go to the page. I probably don't make a big deal as like I should, but I was thinking about my BJ this week, and because I went by her church on Saturday when I was sharing it with the people, and BJ used to be on my case. Ron, share your Patreon. Ron, tell people how they can support you. Ron, do this. Ron, do that. She was my accountability buddy. So I miss that voice saying, Ron. I'm a fickle person when it comes to money. I don't like to ask for money. So I'm like fickle. I've been anyway. Anyway, here's the banner for those that are interested in doing so. There we go. There's the ticker. There we go. I can get rid of that one. But if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join the Patreon community. You can always go to scan this little code up there, and it'll take you to everything Ron. So it'll be there. But we're having class this weekend. And also, we are coming up to spring this week. So usually I have a free download for the Patreon community, but we're going to do something different this year. And I will let you know at the end of the month. So we'll be doing it at the end of the month for the Patreon community. They usually get a free download, but we're going to change that up this year. This year, I've had voices in the Patreon community have given me interesting direction, and I am going to go with their direction. So I love the Patreon community because I get to hear your voice. Roshan said, I miss BJ. I miss my BJ too. Derek T says, good morning. And hey, who else? Fifi's in the building. Oh, and just so you guys, for those that don't know, I already know, just so you guys will know, and you can plan for it. If you are going to be in the North Carolina area, I will be in North Carolina, in Charlotte. Let's just say North Carolina, Charlotte, to be exact. I will be in the Charlotte area doing some photo shoots and stuff like that. I will be there from May 18th to, well, I won't tell you how long I'll be there, but I'll be in the South. I'll be in the South for different reasons, but I will be there for a while in the in North Carolina and possibly South Carolina. So we may be doing that again. So I will be down there in the South, and maybe we'll do something special. Fifi and I will work on something together. So if you are part of the Touch Base Daily community and you live near Charlotte, we will be doing something in May. Okay. And then when I come back, yeah, we'll have something also in the city. I think we got everything. Also, guys, stay tuned for Dr. Tachi's. Continue to view Indie Soup. Get that on your calendar. Promote it. Promote the people on Indie Soup. I'm glad that I'm going to be on that platform as well. So I'll be live in the morning, and then I'll have the repeat. Will be on the Indie Soup Network. So that's going to be exciting. I'm so excited about that. Omar says, I'm praying that everyone has an amazing week. And I hope you guys are encouraged this week. Again, let's keep truth ahead of us. Let's embrace truth this week as we continue on. Derek says, as Eddie Murphy said in Raw, are you going to believe me or your lying eyes? That's right. Let's keep truth in front of us all week. We live in truth. Let's live in truth every day of our lives. Let's live in truth. Truth. Right? Okay, guys. I think that's it. Those are sorry. This Saturday is our meetup. Also, so if you're in New York City, this is the 4th Saturday already. Golly. Yes, the 4th Saturday. So we're meeting in Soho for our meetup on Saturday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Bring your cameras. Got some new members that just joined our RLP Photographers Meetup. So make sure you do that. Okay, I think now I'm ready to let you guys go. I am now ready to let you all out of here. Get to work. Get back to work. Start your day. And also remember that I think this book is going to be good. I think that's something that we're going to look at. I love this. I want to see this book. I want to read this book. 935 Lies. I'm going to download that in my Audibles. I still have Audible credits. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Love you all. Have a great day.